Today I'm going to discuss about how to measure new users. New users are really important for e-commerce businesses because it create the engagement with users who are never engaged with your website and don't have experience with your product, don't have experience with your entire process. So, and also it's important to understand how to measure new users because new users are not ready to purchase whenever they visited the website. And also new users help you to optimize your remarketing campaign, reach more people based on their behavior on the website. And so that it should be a leading indicator, the metric you are going to measure the new user, it should eventually lead to the revenue, right? So that's why I call it North Star metric. North Star metric is really a leading metric which help us to understand the certain output a bit earlier, right? Before that, we need to understand the today's customer journey, and the today's customer journey start with the triggers. Triggers could be external triggers or internal triggers. Internal trigger can be explained as, like, say, if I want to buy something, I go out there and search for the product. That's the internal trigger. External trigger is that, like, while I'm surfing on Facebook, I see an ad, I click on that, so it's the external trigger. So once I have the trigger, I go to the exploration mode where I will look at multiple options available. It could be different vendors, product aggregators like Amazon. So I will go and see what are the options available and also the benefit. So once I identify a few options, then the evaluation process start. I compare one vendor to other vendor through aggregators. Maybe I go to the reviews and read reviews, and also I do a cost benefit analysis and look at the delivery time. So that's how evaluation start until I figure out a best solution for me, so that then they will go to the experience, basically the purchase. But because of information overload and the access to the information, today custom actually they are stuck between exploration and the evaluation. So we call it messy middle. And to demystify this messy middle, the Google Analytics or any other analytics tool can help us. So the more we understand these users, more we it's more beneficial for us to launch personalized campaign and give a better experience to them. So whenever we talk about the exploration, basically it could be people who are aware of the brand or new users to the website. So today we are going to talk about how new users behave. And if you break down the entire campaign structure for a business, basically the paid and non-paid campaigns, we start with the C audiences. C audiences, basically they are the potential customers, but they don't have intention right now to purchase. So that we nudge them with the brand campaign. We tell them, yes, if you, whenever you want, there's a brand like us and these are the brand values. Then the think audience basically people who are thinking to buy and maybe not aware with the brand. So basically this audience drive the new users. Because we need to drive new users, then we can actually remarket to them. So do audience basically decided to purchase, maybe they are in the exploration or the evaluation stage, they are comparing one vendor to other vendor, so that the remarketing campaign really help us to target them based on their behavior on the website. Finally, the care, we need to focus on the retention. And first, let's look at the new user campaign. So if we can crack the new user problem and drive right new user to the website, the below funnel actually will be profitable for us, right? And if you look at the new user journey, and this is the revenue generated from new users. Basically this is a cohort analysis. The new users actually first month they delivered around like 600,000, and after the first 0 month during the next month they generated around 30% of the revenue, and it continues, right? Even though it dropped, it continues. So this is a good indication for new user, because we can't judge new user performance at the same month, because the most common behavior is that people spend money and they judge the campaign from the same month and see whether this is profitable or not. But ideally we need to understand new users, since they are not ready to buy immediately, their revenue will come, some of the revenue will come in the future months. So that's the key point to the note with the new user behavior. And actually HubSpot the found in a research 96% of e-commerce customers are not ready to buy during the first session, which means they need more visit to the website to purchase the product or complete the purchase process. And then so since the people are not purchasing during the first purchase, then definitely we need to measure the engagement. So what are the engagement actually lead the final outcome, or the final outcome could be the purchase. So that it's important to understand how these new users behave during their first session. Then actually I looked at how many products, so how many products they looked at during the first session, because for e-commerce business, and let's say it's not like a blog in an e-commerce website, there are multiple products. People come to the website to see products and the purchase products, so we need to understand how they behave during the first session, or the basically the new users. During first session, the main thing they do, they look at the surf through the product, they go to the product categories, they look at the products, and also they look at the value proposition. So we looked at how many product they look at during their first visit. So you can see here for this example, the majority of users actually looked at only one product, and certain percentage two product and three products, so on. So after four product, it's limited amount of the product views of the people. So, and also then we need to decide, okay, whether this is a good behavior or bad behavior. So by looking at this chart, it's very difficult to understand whether this is a good behavior or bad behavior, because this doesn't tell us whether they are visiting huge in the second session, or they are completing purchases in the multiple session, how many times they visited. That entire customer journey is not visible. So that as because since new users are not purchasing during their first session, the next best action we want to do them, they to the first visit the second session, right? So we looked at based on the product they looked at during the first session, actually what is the percentage return to the website again in the second session, right? So here you can see if they looked at only one product during first session, 55% people visit the second session. So similarly, if they look at the second product, 56% actually visited the second session, and if they look at the three product, 47 people visited the second session. But you can see here there's a drastic change. If they look at three to fourth product, 66% actually visit the second session. So you can see by looking from product 3 to product 4 actually improve the retention by 40%. That's a good insight for us, because let's say if we can make them to look at 4 products during the first session, then their repeat purchases they are more likely to visit the website again. So, and you can see if they look at 5 product, 79%, 6 product, it 91%. So we can come up with the profitable behavior, or the ideal behavior for us. Basically, if they visit more than 4 products, then those are the profitable engagement for us. It could be the leading metric for us. So that from this behavior, for this business it could be 4 product, but the other business it could be 3, 2, 1. You need to plot this chart and see. Basically what it tells us, if customers looked at 4 product, then they are more likely to be the loyal visitors for us, and eventually they are going to convert to customers. So that if we can identify the North Star metric for us, for this instance the North Star metric will be what is the percentage of users look at 4 or more products during the first session. And so since we identify the North Star metric, and also to action that, so okay, how do we action that? So basically we can look at based on the product and the engagement. Here you can see in this product, people who visited this product, 87% actually look at 4 or more products, and people who landed to this product actually look at during the first session, 81% actually looked at 4 more products. So these are the product actually we create the high engagement for new users, so that whenever you target new users, these product actually can be your ads, because we know that if they landed to these product pages, more likely to they are look at more products, and eventually they are going to visit back and purchase during the future system. So if we actually summarize the the action item we can do, if you look at the website action, basically we can fine tune the experience, continuous experience in terms of uh, how to improve the number of product views during first session. It could be product recommendation, navigation, product sorting, so we can optimize that. And if you look at the campaign, basically if you are driving new visitors, optimization metric shouldn't be the conversion. You can use the optimization metric as percentage of people visited more than 4 products. So in Facebook you can create a custom event, and Google also you can create a custom event and ask this ad platform to optimize for this specific metric. So by doing that, basically you create the more engagement for new visitors, and future you are going to get more revenue from this new users. And also once they engage more with your website, which means your remarketing campaign will be more meaningful, because you can remarket it based on their behavior, based on the product they looked at, based on the product they added to cart. You will get more benefit out of it. So yeah, so this is the summary of today's session. Basically we want to understand what is the metric we need to measure for new users, and to measure that, first we need to understand the behavior, how many products they looked at, and out of that how many times they repeated. So and also based on that we can optimize the website, and also we can optimize the campaign. So if you have any question, feel free to comment on the comment section, and I will try to cover it during the next session. Thank you.